Hey, Brian from SnakeBytes here. I breed snakes for a living, but in the end, I'm just a real animal lover, and we keep a lot of animals just for the fun of it, and I'm about to show you some of them. You're watching SnakeBytes. Although it doesn't always seem to work out this way, you would think that if you worked with animals for a living, you're actually an animal lover. Well, in my case, I have no doubt that that's the truth. And all the animals in my entire collection I really love, and I almost look at them as pets. But in the end, they do pay my bills too. But we have a lot of animals that we never intend to breed, and they'll probably never make us money. Things like this shop mascot right now, the green anaconda. That's right, we finally have an anaconda. This guy's a green and it's a little bit feisty, so you have to watch out. Now these guys come from South America and they're really the heaviest bodied snake in existence. They can actually get up to 300 pounds, and although there's been reports of 35 to 40 foot animals in the wild, the largest one that's ever been measured in captivity has been just under 18 foot. And as a matter of fact, there's actually a $50,000 reward for any anaconda over 30 foot. No one's claimed that prize yet. Although I kept and bred Burmese pythons for a lot of years, and they certainly were part of my business plan for many of those years, the recent regulations with Lacey Act means that I can't sell them across state lines anymore. So I really had one of two decisions: to either get rid of all my Burmese pythons or to keep them as pets. And because they're such amazing animals, I certainly had to keep a whole bunch of them just to kind of play with them and take them out and show people. It's unfortunate now that I can't breed them, because even if I only produce 40 babies, I couldn't transport them across state lines, which means I may have to euthanize some of the offspring. And I just can't bring myself to do it. But I tell you what, my whole life, I'm going to be keeping some Burmese pythons.
What's Brian's all-time favorite movie? A. Aliens, B. How to Train Your Dragon, or C. Jaws? Answer with a comment and keep watching to see if you're right.
Not everything we keep is reptilian. We actually do have some mammals, and we just recently got these really cute hedgehogs. Now these are distant relatives of shrews, and as you can tell, they are really, really spiky. As a matter of fact, when you try to pick them up, they just pop at you and it sticks right in. It actually hurts, but they don't let the little spines go whatsoever. And although they kind of look like a porcupine, they're not related whatsoever to a porcupine. And again, they can't let those go. It's just there, just so that when you're trying to pick them up, they just pop on you and it gets away. It's a really cool defense mechanism. And again, once they become tame and handleable, they don't stick you like this guy is. Unfortunately, when we breed these and get little babies, we can work with them a lot more and make them super, super tame. They're really easy to care for. Believe it or not, they just eat cat food. And again, they have such cute, little, adorable faces. Another cool animal that we keep in the offices here at BHB are these Syrian hairless hamsters. I just absolutely love these little guys. They're actually a genetic mutation, and it happens to be recessive, a lot like an albino with a ball python or any other snake. Now, the only thing you have to worry about with these guys is because they don't have fur, their skin is a little bit more sensitive, so you want to keep them on like Carefresh or something that's very soft, not wood shavings or anything like that, or they'll get some abrasions on their skin. The other interesting thing about these guys is, believe it or not, because they don't have hair, their body temperature is about 2 degrees warmer than a normal hamster. That's so that they don't get cold, because again, they don't have hair to kind of warm them up. Now, you want to keep a little bit higher protein in their diet than a normal hamster, just because they have to work a lot harder to keep that body temperature up. And unfortunately, because of that, it shortens their lifespan. A typical hairless hamster only lives about half the age of a normal hamster. And unfortunately, the females don't produce milk. So when you breed them, she won't be able to nurse the babies. You have to have a normal hamster to breed them to. They're just such cute animals though, aren't they? Let's get back to something a little more creepy crawly, and that would be my pet tarantula named Zombie. As most of you guys know, I'm actually pretty afraid of bugs and spiders in particular, but she's not too bad. I'll even let her crawl on me and I won't freak out that much. Now, the rose-haired tarantulas are the most common tarantula in the pet trade, and they're typically known for being extremely tame. That's pretty much why I have her. They're from Chile, And again, they're just really beautiful animals, even though it's really kind of terrifying to me, to be honest with you. Now these guys will breed after a little cooling down period, and believe it or not, they'll have up to 500 babies. For a guy that's afraid of spiders, that's a little bit of a nightmare. But again, I'm really working on getting over my fear, and Zombie has helped me with that a tremendous amount. All she eats is bugs. We feed her crickets and cockroaches and things like that. And I tell you what, again, with her being a little bit scary, I still really like this animal, and I'm super glad that we have her. What we have here is Freddy the Frog. In actuality, it's a marine or cane toad. And these guys get really big. This guy's just a little one, to be totally honest with you. They can get up to 15 inches and 6 pounds, which is just absolutely enormous for a frog. They'll pretty much eat anything. I tell you what, they'll eat bugs, they'll eat rodents, they'll eat other frogs, they'll eat snakes, they'll eat lizards, and unfortunately, that's one of the problems with the cane toads. Down in Australia, they become an extremely invasive species, and unfortunately, because they have a lot of toxins in them right here, when these animals like death adders eat them, it actually kills the death adders. So not only are they proliferating tremendously down in Australia and becoming a real big problem, but unfortunately they're killing off a lot of the native species, not only reptiles, but even birds. So although I love Freddy the Frog and he's a really cool animal, he certainly doesn't belong in Australia. Can't wait till this guy gets that big. What I have here is my buddy Speedy the tortoise. It's actually an African spur-thighed tortoise from North Africa. This is the third largest species. It can get up to 36 inches and 200 pounds. And believe it or not, this guy's only about 5 years old, and I've had him ever since he was a little guy. He's gonna live up to 150 years, which is pretty impressive. I think my great-grandchildren are going to have to care for them one day. These guys stay on a diet that is mainly veggies, grasses, and plants. So we feed them all kinds of different vegetables. But you've got to make sure that you keep the protein a little bit low on these guys, because if they get too much protein, their shells will start to do what's called pyramiding, and it kind of looks a little bit deformed. But they're just really cool animals. And again, a lot of this stuff, just like Speedy here, we use just for education. And he's always one of those animals that the kids absolutely love to play with. This is why we call him Speedy, because he always runs away from us. I have a bunch of snakes that I would kind of consider pets. Now that doesn't mean I don't have the intentions to breed them one day. It just means that that's not why I got into them. I just really liked them. And I've always really liked boa constrictors, but I haven't had the best of success in producing them in the numbers that I think I should produce them. But in particular, I've always loved Hog Island boas. So when the hypo hoggies came available, I had to get a couple of them. Again, I have no idea if I'll ever breed them down the road, but they're just such beautiful animals. And hogs stay a lot smaller than the common Colombian boas. They're only found on one little island, and they've become very, very uncommon now. Another boa that I have that I absolutely love, and again, I'm just not even sure if I'm going to breed it. I guess I will, because it's an adult male, then I'm sure we'll actually breed, is this leopard boa. And again, because they're Central Americans, they stay smaller. He's probably only about 4.5 or 5 foot, and he's not going to get much larger than this. He's just a gorgeous snake. So again, even though I might breed these animals down the road, the fact is I really just consider them my pets right now. The one animal I take home with me every single day is my pet husky, Artemis. She's an awesome dog. She comes to the shop with us every day. Ever since she was 10 months old, she's been a snake dog. So it's pretty cool. She tools around the shop, and she's just a great animal. But as you can see, we're animal lovers here and love to surround ourselves with a bunch of really cool animals, even if they don't make us money in the end. And with the guys that I have working in the crew and how much they love the animals here, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot more animals to come. You guys may have noticed that Josh has been getting, say, a little fuzzy in the beard area. Well, the crew has decided that something has to be done. This is where you guys come in. We've decided on January 1st, something dramatic is going to happen to that beard, and it's going to be your decision. We want your suggestions, what he should do. Should he dye it? Should he shave it? Should he shave it into mutton chops? What do you guys think Josh would look cool? And at least for a week, he's got to walk around everywhere with your guys' design. Now, what I want you to do is either comment down below or go over to our business Facebook page at facebook.com/BHB Reptiles, where we'll be hosting your guys' suggestion. For now, let's go see what the crew thinks he should do.
Personally, I think he should go for the homeless look, and someone should just shave like random patches all over in his beard and make him look silly.
You know, I kind of like Josh's beard right now. but I think he'd look pretty damn sweet with a chin strap.
There's only one bearded stud at BHB, and that's me. Josh has to lose that and I think I want to give him the Key West butt tickler, made famous by Magnum PI.
Since we've been doing this poll, I think it'd be badass if Josh got the Wolverine muttons.
For the new year, I would like to see Josh with a half a beard. You know, like a half a beard, like half a beard, half a beard.
I want Shrek back here to get a Fu Manchu for New Year's to bring it in right. Biatch. Keep going, Jesse, faster. Run him over, run him over, run him over.
All right, guys, so yesterday was Christmas. I really hope all of you enjoyed your holiday. I know I sure did. I got a lot of cool stuff, and it was pretty fun. I know it's childish, but I got a lot of Legos, and that was pretty exciting. I want to know, did you get anything really cool for Christmas, or do you have any really fun highlights? Leave a comment below and let us know.
So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed the show and some of the animals that we keep just because we love them so much. I have a feeling that the number of animals we keep that way is going to probably grow over the near future. If you guys want to follow any of my animals or my animal adventures, make sure to hit me up over on Facebook and Twitter at SnakeBytesTV. Until next week, you've been watching Snake Bites.
So what is Brian's all-time favorite movie? Well, if you guessed C, Jaws, you are absolutely right. Good job.
We have stuff like this big arabesque boa that's het for albinos, so hopefully we'll make some more sun glow arabesque. You can see she's just a beautiful animal. She's got that really big head, but she's just super tame. I tell you what, the boas are getting me kind of excited this year because there's some really cool projects in the works.